Welcome to The Bars Open with Beth and Greg. Cheers and enjoy the show. Welcome to The Bars Open with Beth and Greg.
Let's go. Oh my God. Life comes at you fast and furious. Fast and the Furiousness.
I was like, it's a movie.
Not like where you get into a car wreck and wreck into. I cut my finger on something.
You don't know what though, huh?
No, it happened within like the last 3 minutes, and it just won't stop bleeding. But not one of those car movies
not the
where you
Furious.
crash into a tree and you die. Like
That wasn't part of the movies. That was real life.
Should have been.
No.
But what happens is, where'd that little
Who's over
fucker
there?
go? We've got a dog. We've got a new puppy.
Hey, CB and
His
MC.
name is Henry. Henry the fucking Hornet. Henry
Hornet?
the Harasser. Henry the
terrorist.
Eighth. He's gonna murder his wives later on in life.
He doesn't have.
Probably. Oh no, he's underneath me now. Nonetheless, let everybody. Here's
Oh,
Henry
that
the
thing,
pup.
Greg.
Boom. He's the cutest little fucker on the planet.
He really is.
Good Lord. Welcome to The Bars Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that's Beth, and that's Henry.
That's the newest Lamontagne.
The newest Lamontagne.
Yeah.
Henri.
Henri.
When
he's being
if you were
ornery.
thinking in very
That
French
isn't
terms.
it's a little muted.
Well,
Like, he's
I mean,
brighter
it
than
was.
that.
We were at the vet yesterday morning.
He looks like a midget in that picture.
He's way bigger than that. But I mean, I'm sitting down. He's sitting down. Forced perspective. Like, nah.
Should have given you the one I took when he was looking up at me from my desk. It was super cute. I sent it to you.
He's cute as shit. Henry the IED is what Chris
Okay.
CB said. IED, improvised explosive
That's
device.
Okay. I knew
He
explosive
has not
device, but
exploded yet. Can you get?
he's going to be wandering around just because he's never been up here.
So yeah, so he's going to be our new.
He's got two different color eyes.
He's got a blue right eye and a brown left eye.
Yes.
Yep. But his right eye has a little
bit of brown at the bottom.
He's the cutest dog ever. You want to tell the story how we got him?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So we had stopped after grabbing lunch at Chili's.
Chili's, the best place for lunch.
Well, we actually went there for appetizers and got dinner to go.
Yeah. Best place for lunch.
And we had to get some gas.
What's up,
cigarettes,
CPG
alcohol?
fangirl? How you doing? You made it.
I can't remember why we stopped, but we stopped, and I'd seen this
We
guy
need gas
before.
in your car.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy had him in a HEB shopping cart,
And I walked up to him.
and he was not doing well.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was probably overheated, malnourished.
Definitely he's malnourished.
And we just said, hey, well, he couldn't take care of the dog. We said, we'll give you $60. He said, okay, here you go. Bye.
No, he didn't do that.
I know, but that's the sweet story.
I was like, because he changed his mind, remember? And I was like,
Mhm.
hey, brother. I was like,
I didn't feel like that part.
you
was
have
necessary.
10 seconds, and I was about to
No,
walk
we were
off.
already talking to him about taking the dog, and at first he was like, no, no, no. And you said, that dog's in a bad way, dude, and I hope that you feel horrible if something happens to him. And we started to get in the car, and he was like, all right, fine. No, it's
Yeah.
okay. Don't cry.
And then
And
10 seconds, he waved us down
Because we were getting ready to pull away.
because his dog was in the bad shape.
And we got a dog.
He's got a broken canine tooth
You keep focusing on that. It's
because
a baby
that's
tooth.
a big deal.
It's a baby tooth. It's going to fall out.
And
And immediately went to Petco and got
got him a shit ton of toys and
bed
beds
and
and everything
dog
else.
food. And
No, we won't, CB, we aren't going to feed him anything. He gets fed just like our dogs. They get all the good stuff.
yeah, right now we did get puppy chow because we
literally
like,
didn't know if we were going to keep him.
we didn't know what
honestly,
we were going to do. So the vet said that's fine for now. He's like we said,
he's already been to the vet. He went to the vet.
A little
yesterday
underweight by about
8 pounds.
8 pounds, and so we're feeding him 3 cups of food a day right
Gained
now.
2 pounds in 2 days.
Yeah, I know.
And he takes poops that are literally
normal dog size, not
normal
size.
dog size.
So he's
gonna be a big dog.
We'll figure out. We're gonna get large puppy breed here. I'm gonna go on Chewy's and get some good stuff.
So yeah. So now we have
probably gonna do the Victor. What do we feed Lucy? Whatever we feed Lucy, I'll get
he's good. So again,
he is so obviously because he's getting nutrition now.
He's never been up on the set. This is the first time.
Total puppy mode now. Like everything goes in his mouth. Like I put these down. You don't have to bark. We know you're here. I put these down where I always put my glasses down when I'm reading, and I looked away for 3 seconds, and he got them, and I was like, "Where are my glasses?" And I looked over. I'm like, "What are you chewing on?" My glasses. Luckily, he did no damage. A little few teeth marks. But he's an Aussie doodle.
We think
that's what we think. We're gonna do the 23andMe version of for dogs.
So it's just cool. You know what? We talked about that gentleman that had the dog, and the next morning, both of us I think we were both on the same wavelength. It's like, I would never want to take somebody's dog from them, especially if you're homeless, something like that. And this dude was not doing this because it was not his pet.
I don't think so.
This was a way to make money.
Then why did he take? The only thing that keeps me from thinking that is he took so little from us, because he said it could have said, "Give me $300."
But $60 is $60.
Yeah.
And then last night, which was a couple nights later, that guy was still at the gas station.
Yeah, with his grocery cart.
With his grocery cart, and he was in a grocery cart, like one of those plastic ones. Henry might as well have been in.
Okay, as long as the
toy.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly what we want. He might as well have been in a plastic box.
Yeah.
Basically, dude, he was hot. He was hot. So yeah,
But that's
one of those things. Like we absolutely thought about that later on. Did we say
why his name is Henry?
Henry? No, we didn't.
So we got him at the HEB corner store, and HEB,
the gas station. He's a gas station dog.
And HEB stands for Henry E. Butts, who is the founder of HEB. And so I was like, that's his name. It's perfect.
And she came up with that like in 2 seconds. His name's Henry.
Name's Henry.
I was
like, what?
Okay.
I go, his name's Henry. HEB. Henry E. Butts. And he goes, oh, okay.
Yeah. Henry's a good name. I think
Henry's a strong Aussie name.
Yeah. Henry.
Yeah, and as you guys may notice, I'm actually drinking tonight.
Yeah, but what we had forgotten about is on a Saturday night when you're at Chili's having some beers.
And he was exhausted on Saturday, so he was lethargic.
Slept all night. No problem.
Yeah.
Start putting food into a puppy.
He does not like to be crated.
Can't crate. He's not a crateable dog at this point. He will be crateable later on. We'll crate.
We're working on it. We're started feeding him in his crate.
The next 2 nights.
The first night, Sunday night, he literally cried for 4.5 hours.
We had to close the door. We closed the door, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I can still hear him. I was like, motherfucker.
I put my fucking earplugs in, and I could still hear him.
I woke up at one point, and that dog was nonstop yipping. You had your earplugs in and a pillow over my head. And I was like, that bitch. It's like, where do I get my headphones? I should have got my gun fucking, right?
You had 2 pillows. You could have put a pillow over your head too.
Didn't matter. And then the next night he crashed.
Yeah, he's getting better.
He'll get better. He'll get better. He's
we haven't had a puppy in like 10, 11 years. So it's a re-education on what they can get into.
We've got a million toys for the other dogs. So, and he's transitioning well. So it's good.
Yeah.
And you just go like, hey, I wanted to do something right. And it just kind of was one of those in the moment types
and here's the thing. We've been talking about a puppy, but we both were like, I don't know, a puppy's a big responsibility and commitment. And I guess God went, you need a puppy. So
yeah, so I was thinking, I put a note out here. I was like, last week was Snoop Dogg, this week is Henry Dogg.
Here, cheers to Henry.
Cheers to Henry, you guys.
So now all our Instagram is going to be feeds of just him, pictures of just him.
Pictures of our dog. Yeah, exactly. He's up here just chilling out, hanging out. So he's going to be our set dog.
He's pretty. He has his spurts like puppies do. I'm home with him all day, every day, And he definitely takes, in a couple meetings, I've had to be like, please hold and go like, he was chewing on my toe shoes at one point, and I was like, oh no, those are history. Hey, off. Oh, look, you can see him.
Oh, there he is. Little shit.
And then today I had to pause him again for a meeting because he was chewing on his bed that you put in the kennel, thinking that's going to be a good idea, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Well, we borrowed a smaller kennel from the neighbor. We've got a couple of big ass dogs,
and we found we have the ones that transition with them so that you can make them from small to big. What is this?
Okay.
Is this the gift I've been hearing about for like a month?
Remember I did this thing a long time ago?
Right.
Okay. But do not open. There was a story we did. It's still very, very popular. Right. And I'll give you a
Don't boo on podcast cable. Seriously.
in a minute.
Greg said that to him literally the minute he got up here.
Yeah.
Pet parent life. Yes.
Yeah. In a minute, he'll go over there. This dog is absolutely Beth driven. He lays next to her every second of the day.
He does.
And he's probably gonna lay down here in a second.
No, he's too much going on.
He'll get tired.
Right now. It's too fun.
So,
which I'm okay with because that'll make him tired for later.
don't look at this side.
Okay.
I just want you to grab that.
Opening it or not opening
You're
it?
going to in a second, but I want you to guess what it is. So this is related to a viral story.
Is it a hat
Of what?
of Hawk Tui? Is it a Hawk Tui?
How do you
hat?
know that?
Because you had something on here that said spit on that thing. So that
Is
helped
there
me.
no? Oh, God damn it.
And then I remember you specifically saying she got
Okay,
signed on
so
with a
open
hat
it up.
company.
Ad finally showed up.
Oh, wow. Must be in high demand.
Read it.
Hawk Tui 24. Spit on that thing. This is great.
And it's signed by her,
It's signed. Oh, right there.
by Haley.
That's cute.
Goddamn right. It's a great hat. That's a dope ass hat.
It's a little big right now, but
Yeah, well, you see, it's a
I need
fitted.
to.
I mean, that's a set hat kind of thing, maybe, or
Yeah.
you could wear it.
It's a set hat.
I got her
Thank
a
you, honey.
Hawk Tua hat. Hawk Tua
I don't know where
24.
we'll put it, but thank you. Not for you. Not for your
Hawk
mouth.
Tua 24.
That's
Spit
why
on
I
that
like
thing.
the color.
Put it back up. I know. I picked it.
I can make it smaller. Let me make it smaller.
Everybody needs. I was like one of those things, and that's the one company that she is represented by. So it's not like one of those knockoff companies. You can wear it tonight.
Little.
It's fucking rad.
What
What the hell is up with our society? Allison, who cares? Just we're supporting a chick that got famous for who gives a fuck reason.
Listen, out of all the things she could have done, that's the
Yeah.
least offensive.
One of the first things did you see that story where she was like, if I get 15 minutes of fame, I'm going to bring it to pet awareness. And she went out and bought like thousands of dollars worth of shit
Oh, that's cool.
to donate to like a local dog charity.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
cool.
fuck yeah, that's rad. It's a great hat. Colors are great. Hawk 2 at 24. Spit on that thing. And that hat company is one of her family friends.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
well, nice. So hopefully
So
they're
fuck
taking
it.
care
And
of
it
her.
says Haley. So I'll get a picture of you later on it. Fuck it. Why not, right? It's all good. You know what? $50 for a $25 hat.
It was $50,
Dude,
That's hilarious.
it's a
You gotta-
custom
you gotta
hat.
ride that wave. It's the signature.
Goddamn right. I was like,
It's the signature.
whatever.
Who is this? Oh, so Richardson is a family friend?
No, the company that it's on the bottom, Fathead. It's on the box.
Oh,
Fathead.
Fathead.
Just turn it over. You can see it. It's on the Fathead Threads or some shit like that.
Fathead threads.
Yeah. So go out and get yourself a Fathead Threads. I don't think they're not doing any more like signed ones.
That's cool.
She's making too much money at this point.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
She making that much money?
She's on she's on all the shit, dude. Yeah.
Good for her.
Fuck it.
Ride that
Why
wave.
not?
Ride that
Ride
wave.
that wave. That's
Save
what she
it
said.
because it's gonna go away eventually.
Oh, now he's on the paper tube thing.
Can you not let him have that?
Why not?
Because he'll eat it.
Okay, you do something.
What? Why can't the dog have a paper tube? Because they eat her. Let her live her life. Exactly, Reed. Yeah, that's all right. Dad's the heavy. Oh, well, he's fine. He'll just go down there and lie.
Worst case scenario, you eat something.
He's like, screw you guys. If I can't chew the
He'll
cardboard.
get lonely. He'll come back up.
Here's the thing. So earlier today, he figured out how to get by it to get upstairs, and I
And then
heard
he got
him.
stuck up here.
I heard him. I was like, great, the dog's upstairs, and I'm in a meeting, right? So I can't. And then all of a sudden, I just hear him cry because he can't figure how to get back down.
I figured it out this time.
Oh, he's smart. He's an Aussie. He learns one and done. He gets it.
Except for food. It's all good. He's fucking 10 weeks old. Or no, 3 months old. That's
12.
what the 12
12
weeks old.
Yeah, hashtag math.
He did lose that little dangling
did?
tooth. Yeah.
So usually they lose them and they end up swallowing them by accident. So it's in his
coming.
food somewhere.
Oh.
I'm not going to be one of
My
those
little
parents.
boy lost a first tooth.
I'm not going to be one of those parents that saves his teeth. Milo's like, thank goodness
Milo's
that
like,
little fuck
I'm
is
gonna
gone.
Our cat. You've seen the cat.
Well, they get along fine until what's his name? Henry gets too hyped up and wants to chase him. And then Milo goes all fucking ninja. Like,
Yeah.
huh, Milo. Milo's like, I don't
Milo's
know.
like right over here. On
Milo's like, I was the last stray you were supposed to bring in this damn house.
all right, you guys need an Olympic medal update because I don't know if anybody does. Is anybody watching the Olympics? That's kind of one of the things.
Yeah, apparently everybody that I work with
Really?
was in a meeting today, and they're like, maybe not everybody, but like 4 people were talking about the gymnastics, women's gymnastics.
Is anybody talking about the transsexual
Oh, we weren't going to talk about that.
tendency person? No, I'm throwing this out there. That beat up like a dude that is now trans.
It's with a Y.
That beat up
Read
or
H-E-N-R-Y.
I shouldn't say beat up a woman.
Beat.
Beat a woman in boxing
Competitor.
and like literally kicked the shit out of her.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they weren't allowed.
Well, all right, so here's the standings. China is
Where was this? Where was she from?
Shim. I didn't remember, but it was like it's
Wasn't
like
American?
Argentina or
Okay.
some shit like that, right? But China is
Tampa is
leading
the best.
with 9 gold medals, but only
China?
only 19 total medals.
Okay.
France 8 golds, 26. And keep in mind, like what happens.
Only the first week.
Yeah, it's first
Or
week.
first half a week.
The United States tends to come back, right? But we'll see. Japan 8 golds, 15 total. Australia 7, 16. U.S. is down at 5
Holy
golds
crap.
and 30 total medals.
It's a lot of medals, but
I'm just saying, right? So this will continue changing. But
no, you're
What?
not wrong,
what's that?
fangirl. She said that's crazy. It's insane. Transgender female beating up another chick. Yeah,
And there's 2 transgender dudes
they should fight each other, and
in
that should be it.
boxing. And
Oh,
there.
look, he made it back up.
Oh, he did. There's a
You're so smart already, Henry.
I can't remember his name. Chris? No, it's not Chris. Anyway, he's a jujitsu instructor, works with like Tim Kennedy and a bunch of those
Okay.
dudes. And he's like, I'll box you. How about I box you?
Yeah. Well, put them in
In
the
the
ring with
Olympics.
the Olympic men's boxing team.
Right. So we'll see. I don't know. Hey, you know what?
I want. Has there been any controversy around it?
There
Like,
should be.
has there been? I asked. Like, are people like that's not fair? And did they get a
Everybody's-
medal from it?
Well, no,
Like,
everybody's afraid that dude's gonna win the gold.
mhm.
It's a dude. I
Well,
don't care the
You know, a
skinniest.
girl. You don't think any girl can beat him?
Theoretically, yeah. If you had somebody that's like an absolute pro boxer,
Like
But you
Ronda
gotta-
Rousey
you got to, nah.
in her
Um,
good days.
But you go like this, right? Those women, just like if you were, okay, say me and you were in track and field,
Well, we used to do taekwondo together. You would kick my ass every time we would spar.
and we started at the same time, right?
Right.
There's just,
You wouldn't kick my ass. You just hit harder.
and it doesn't take much. I don't
No.
mean to, like it just happens, right? And it's like
Yeah.
the same punch that I could take, you couldn't take,
I
right?
don't-
There's things like that.
I mean, I took them, but
genetically,
it hurt.
but you don't want to.
No.
Genetically,
Remember when you accidentally hit me in the nose and my glasses flew off and Mr. Rigdon was like, oh, someone's doing dishes all month.
yeah.
I was like, I got
Right?
this. Give
You
me
go
30
like that.
seconds.
So you think about things like that, and you go, these are in a lot of cases young women, right?
Well,
that
it
have-
just seems unfair that you've trained your whole
that's
life.
what I'm getting at.
You've trained your whole life. You're at the peak of your game
Yep.
to compete against other people of the same DNA, gender,
Caliber,
yes,
everything.
And then you come into this and you get eliminated by a person that was
Is
a
a dude.
man.
How about this? How many?
I mean, that seems like it's just not
but
fair.
why don't you ever see it the other way around?
What?
Like a woman going
Because
and
we're
boxing
smarter
a
than that.
dude.
We're smarter than that. Even if
Isn't that a thing? Where's the dude from? He ran back over there somewhere.
no, he's right here. He
Oh.
was chewing on the carpet.
Where's the situation where the woman goes and boxes the man?
They're smarter than that. They're like, I might be a man in appearance, but I know my limitations.
Right? So how is that
Hey,
a thing?
Knock it off.
Right? When you really think about it, what's he getting at?
Pulling at the carpet. No.
Just punch him in his face.
No.
Be like, listen, transgender dog.
No. Go.
Right? He's fine. That little fucker's gonna get in there anyway. He's a little
Probably.
terrorist.
I keep calling him.
Like we'll just start calling him out.
HT.
Hey, Al Qaeda.
No, he's cuter than that.
I've never. You know, you're not wrong. I've never met a pretty Al Qaeda.
No, or cute.
So MC said precisely, Beth, get back on point. Don't worry about the dog.
So it's just sad that she probably could have been a great potential to be a great contender.
Yeah.
For a medal, as well as any
And got her
other
ass whooped.
as
She
well
got
as any
beat
other
up too.
as well as any other women he fights. They could have been great contenders.
The dudes are gonna win.
Yeah.
It's just
Which
genetic.
kind of makes it a false victory. Like he may get the gold, but he doesn't really deserve
So,
it.
and the problem is this, and it's gonna take another 3.5 years or 4 years. Hope, maybe not, because it probably won't get better. It's gonna get worse, in my opinion.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think the tide is turning on what's
Ethical,
socially acceptable and
accept-
ethical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It's like fuck off.
because
You know what I
enough
mean?
people. So here's the thing. I think
People
that
start dropping out, and they're like,
well, I
"I'm
think-
not going to go
well,
to the
and
Olympics."
I think people who are like, let him do this if they want, and then one day their daughter goes up against somebody like that, and they're like, it's not fair. Okay, well, you can't have
Right.
it both ways. So people have to start thinking about what's the impact to their children. He's very
Fucking for real, yeah, for real. Our little puppy, but none, you know what I mean. It just comes down to it's like I wouldn't want my kid, my 20-year-old daughter that's boxed for 8 years or 10 years, or 22-year-old daughter that's boxed for 10 years,
Worked her ass off.
worked her ass off to be the
Has
peak
eliminated competitor after competitor after competitor
get
to
to-
be selected to be on the Olympic team.
of any country,
Yeah.
of any country.
Yes.
And then you have this fucktard that's like, well,
It's just not fair. It's not fair for those girls.
fuck it.
There's a reason why they're not allowed to play college sports.
No, they are.
I thought they weren't.
No, I think they still
No,
are.
I thought they weren't. Or,
No,
maybe
I'm fairly certain they still are.
I thought they weren't. That
Yeah.
a lot of schools.
The only
have
one that
banned
got banned from the Olympics was that fuckhead.
The one that raped everybody.
No,
Oh,
no,
he
that
even
dude.
still got to
No,
go?
that guy gets to come. Yo, that guy gets to come too.
So fucked up,
That
dude.
fucker from whatever country.
What did Allison
that
say? What is
raped
wrong with
a
our
12-year-old.
society? That this is when we should be saying that. What's
he
wrong
gets
with our
special
society?
security for his safety.
Yeah, because people want to kick his ass because he's a child molester.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, this was not the happy feel good Olympic
Welcome
story.
to the Olympics.
That wasn't the happy feel good story
the
we were going to talk
Olympics.
about.
But there is a really cool story that Beth's going to cover right now. This one's pretty good. It's like, this is a comeback story. This is a chick from Brazil, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you got the connector.
in a
You can
minute,
show a
let me
picture.
talk. For,
This one's pretty cool.
so like we've been
There
saying,
are good stories from the Olympics.
here's the thing, right? Like literally, these people are competitors. They're fierce. They're unrelenting. They push their body. If we didn't already know that, this story clearly shows to me like they ain't fucking around. So a Brazilian gymnast, Flavia
Reed?
Saravia, I can't even say her name.
That's close.
Takes brutal fall at Olympics and she keeps going. So this young lady took a nasty fall while warming up on the uneven
No,
bars.
she didn't take a nasty fall. She slingshotted across the goddamn building.
She did, and her legs hit the lower bar.
It's like,
Thrusted her face into her knees, and so on Tuesday the 30th, she
the
literally
velocity that at which she took off.
yes.
I was like, holy shit. But you guys are gonna see this in a second.
So there's kind of a feel good to this. So let me see where it was at. Hold on. So she fell. she lay there like she was in a lot of pain. Like they have pictures of like people around her making sure. She got up, dusted herself off, went to the
ER or whatever.
No, went to the
medic
there on site, got stitches, and came back and competed, and is the reason why her team won bronze in the uneven bars.
Insane, right?
It is. It's fucking insane. And she looks like she went around.
She looks like she fought the.
Do you want me to play the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, plug in and then make sure you blow it up.
I am
and get rid of the.
right now first.
I thought about it. I was like, dude, no, you guys got to see this fucking chick. She goes for a ride, Dr. Jones.
I'll tell you when to turn it on.
Right, and I was like, holy shit. Make sure you blow it up to your full screen.
I am. Okay. You ready?
Yep. Whenever you just hit play and make sure there's no
hold on, I got to do this first.
ad free.
And this. Okay.
All right. So watch this chick right about here. Boom. She launched.
She just I was trying to figure it out like
but no,
did
let
she,
it go again. Rewind it.
It doesn't. Okay, so hold on.
Just rewind
there we
it.
go.
All right, so she's up there. Hand slip. I
mean, and it made me wonder, like, I think being a gymnast is this isn't like the first time she's like biffed it, right?
I saw another.
They must hurt themselves relentlessly.
I saw like you know how. Okay, so I don't know shit about gymnastics, but I know when they kind of kip and they do it, and you see the guys that are like.
I watched one the other day. It was
amazing.
amazing.
And they whip themselves around, right? And then they shoot themselves up in the air.
And then they turn.
And then
they flip.
The dude went like this.
And missed.
And it was in the practice. And he just lands
straight
on his back.
Thank goodness
and
those
he
things
gets
are
up,
padded.
He gets up. He goes.
You know, he got up after the 20 seconds it took for him to catch his breath.
He gets up and he goes over to the little chalk thing.
Rechalks and does it again.
And I'm like, holy shit.
So here's the crazy thing. When I was looking for this story, I want to show a picture of her after the fall. When I was looking for the story, apparently this is not uncommon.
Like whiplash,
to like
dying,
bust your face up.
Pommel horse guy, yeah. Dude.
See, here's let me see. So here is a close up of her face.
There you go. Yep. Yeah, she got fucking.
She got a shiner.
She knocked the shit out of her.
And then here is her in her glory saying, "Fuck this, I got this."
Goddamn. And she's with Brazil. It was Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah. So
she's spicy already.
Again, don't give a fuck.
What
it's
do you
cool.
have?
Nothing. He's good.
He's trying to just pull the carpet apart.
Yeah. They're beat. Reed said those girls are beat into being perfect.
I mean, seriously, they beat themselves, and because here's the thing: like, I can't even walk like a low balance beam. Can you imagine how many times? And I don't know if I'm going to use the right terminology for a female. They've fallen and wrecked themselves on that beam.
That's racking yourself. It's like hitting your pussy
or your
on a
head,
bar.
or like you knock your head on the end when you're doing your dismount. Like you see, I think being a gymnast is probably one of the hardest sports because it's so physical. You're tossing your body in ways that's not really meant to be tossed.
Yeah.
Of all the Olympics, that's the only thing when I watch the men's and women's gymnastics because they're incredible.
Allison said, sometimes you got to hit rock bottom to get back up to the top.
So here's the great thing about
that was practice, bitch.
Right? In 2019, the team missed qualifying for the Olympics. So in 2024, she is part of the team that came heavily favored for a team medal.
Okay.
So when she took a bad fall during the warm up, she not only got up, went to the medical training, got up and kept going, just in time for her to be able to compete. If she had not competed, they would not have won the bronze. So
because there wouldn't have had enough people.
Yeah, it would have been a short score.
All right. So this is an unusual night because this is our first night back with Senor
Henry
on the Ray.
How do you say senor? What is sir in French?
Sir. No, it's sir.
No, it's not sir. It's like
I got a fancy one tonight. You're probably gonna murder me.
It was expensive.
It was pretty expensive, but it's gonna go up there on the shelf. Makes sense. This one. So handsome.
You walked out and that guy saw dollar signs after you
No,
left.
no,
Oh, you
no.
got one of the horse racing ones. You got a Blanton's.
I got a Blanton's.
How did you know which one to get?
He only had one.
Hopefully it's fucking good with how expensive it is. Holy shit, babe.
We got ourselves a Blanton's,
no one's
the
drinking
original single barrel
Ever.
bourbon whiskey. This one, I was like, maybe we should rename him.
No,
Well, no.
no,
Henry
no.
Blanton Lamontagne.
Oh, there you go. I'll go with that.
We're trying to come up with a middle name.
What did you call him earlier? It was Italian, you said, and I was like,
Enrique or something. I
No,
don't know.
it was Italian. I was like, is it? I don't know.
So this is a 93 proof. I can't read all that right
Could
now.
you give it to me and I'll
The
read
bourbon whiskey dumped. Yeah, probably. I've only had a glass of blends, but I know those tops are
it?
fancy.
Yeah, the bourbon whiskey dumped
Handsome.
on 5. Oh, this is from 5. Oh, they hand write
Star.
this shit.
SARS
So
French for sir. Thank you.
The bourbon whiskey dumped on 5/10/24 from barrel number 209.
Okay.
Stored in warehouse
Monsieur.
H on Rick number 54. Like they handwrite this shit.
Reed said we drank a
individually-
few bottles of that at Danoff's wedding. Did we?
We
I was
weren't-
in a Danoff's
We weren't
wedding.
at Danoff's
I was
wedding.
just
I
gonna
was
say,
like,
I was like,
we
I
weren't at
wasn't at
Danoff's wedding.
Danoff's.
Individually selected, filtered, and bottled by hand. 93 proof. It says, we believe this is the finest bottle of whiskey ever produced, affording you extra flavor, bouquet, and character. Each bottle is recorded with the Master Register of Blanton Distillery and Company. Wow, they make it all fancy. This one is bottle number 202.
Of what?
I don't know. It
I don't
doesn't
know.
say.
Of that batch.
This registered bottle is number 202.
All right, let's see it. Let's get a little something. Bring it over here.
I'm looking. Hold on.
Got a little horse on it.
And a racer, a little jockey. Racer, a little jockey on it. How do you open this shit? I guess you tear it right there.
We're gonna figure it out.
You
right
tear
now.
this. These are flexible.
Okay.
It says pull. Ooh. Can I pull?
You can. Yeah, go for it. You open it up. It's for your dog. It represent. No. You gotta go like this.
Oh, thank you for something. Oh,
Easy,
you're so
easy.
smart.
Don't. I can.
You're fine.
I was so worried about bringing that in the house.
Why?
I swear to God.
¿Por qué?
Costs a fucking lot of money, bro.
Don't tell me. And nobody's drinking this. We're getting it like on the anniversary of Henry. Every year on his anniversary.
Smells good.
What's just gonna taste like shit?
Fucking better not. Because I swear to God, I'll turn it into a firebomb. Just like go throw it
No,
back.
when you tell me how much it is, come hell or high water, I'm drinking that shit. I want the one with the most ice, please, and make it a 2-finger pour, like yours. Yeah, perfect.
I'll put another piece of ice in there.
Where'd you get? I didn't know there was more ice.
The fucking bin's full.
Oh,
It's got a little horse jockey. That's a big thing in the collectors. Here you go.
well,
Just throw
and
a
the first
couple-
time we had it was. Oh, my mouth is watering. I got it. The first time we had it was this nice gentleman.
Oh, over at
bought it for us.
Yeah, at a whiskey cake over
Yes.
here. What
And
are
I
you
can't-
doing, handsome boy?
I can't even remember. what we
He's
were
the
talking
cutest
about.
dog. I swear to God. Like we'll take more pictures of him, but he's the fucking cutest
Here,
dog.
I can look.
There is already water in there. So because
Oh.
I've thrown ice
I know.
water in there.
Excuse me.
Mm.
Let me show this really cute picture of him.
Oh, that's fucking no, that's dope.
Do you have your clicky thingy?
What clicky thing?
The one that goes to your
Yeah.
phone?
Yeah.
This is a good picture of him. I'm gonna let mine sit for a second. Can I have the clicky thing? The thing that goes to the iPhone.
Oh, I didn't know what you were talking
Look.
about.
Look, this is a better picture of him because you can see his eye color.
God damn it. See, this is how we get distracted. I don't even know where to put this fucking. I really need to get another
Okay.
board.
Show my phone.
Okay.
I swear he looks funny. He looks like his head is bigger than his body. But can you guys see he's got a blue eye and a brown eye?
Yeah, he's cute as shit. He really is cute.
And he needs another bath. We bathed him recklessly.
He just had he got fleas, man. We had to give him flea treatments.
We're washing
Flea.
everything. We had to give the other dogs flea treatment to make sure.
I'm just
they
gonna
didn't
start
get
writing this
fleas.
shit down on the bar. I swear to God.
No, just here's. Don't cry, papas. Here's the thing. Did he just pee right there?
No. I'm gonna put it down here. All right, what's today? 7:31.
We're officially like we are past the middle. Like we are officially on the second half of the year.
24 Blanton's. Henry. We're gonna call it Blanton's Henry. What do you think that is? Have you tasted it?
Not yet.
Come on.
Smells really freaking delicious.
Allison, this weekend is gonna be his first swim day. That is fucking
wow, that's really smooth.
golden.
Give me what's the matter, papas?
That is golden.
I was talking to him. He answered.
No, that's good.
I'm gonna take I always rate off my second sip, not my first one.
Well, then take a second sip. I'm holding the board.
It's not like it's heavy. It's not like it's
one
heavy.
drink.
I don't do one drink because whiskey needs a second. You got to get that mouth tuned for it. Oh shit.
He'll be asleep here in 2 seconds. What? They're already selling shit at Halloween stuff?
What? I believe it.
Asshole. Nobody needs to hear your voice.
He's like, quit ignoring me.
It's buttery. It's almost buttery.
Ooh, don't say that. That grosses me out.
Well, it's not like moist.
Hate that word. I have to use that word.
Should I throw something at him, like hit him in the head with the board, or what am I gonna do?
I don't just try to figure out what he wants at this point. He's like, listen, I have been ignored long
The funny
enough.
part is with this dog. So everybody's got their dogs, right? And everybody can talk about it. It's like talking about your kids, right? It's funny because like you can really see his blue eye through his hair.
Can't see his brown
You
one
can't see
at
his
all.
brown eye. So his brown eye.
I'm not talking about his
but you
butthole.
can't see his you can see his right eye, but you can't see his left eye. So he could be looking at you and being like, I'm gonna murder you. Like, I'm gonna grab that thing over there, I'm gonna kill you. But he's like, I've got him transfixed on my right eye because it's bright blue. We'll try and get a picture of him with his bright blue eye.
Oh, kids start school in 12 days?
All right, what do you think, honey? You took your second sip.
I'm gonna
Take
go
one more. Take one more. It's good. That's fucking good, dude. It's a 94 proof, and it's not.
It's a little strong for me, but it's still really good.
But it's not. 94.
That's why you see my mouth sometimes go, ooh. 8.3.
8.3. Fuck yeah, that's good. That's a great score. 8.
Listen, you're not going to be invited. You're not going to be invited back on set.
The Henrys.
You're not going to be invited back on set if you continue to create a ruckus.
He doesn't know what he's doing. It's all good. Well, thank you for obliging us with that.
So
folks.
yeah, so Allison's kids start school in 12 days, but who said? Oh, question: does Henry get along with the other resident pups? He does. Mick, the grumpiest grump of all the grumps, loves him, and they play pretty much nonstop. Lucy, okay, honey, that's enough. Now you're overwhelming him. He's like, I don't even know what to look at. Lucy is taking a couple days to warm up. Like every time he walks by, she's
like, brr.
She just growls at him. He is learning his place.
Yep.
He so one thing that we've noticed that I came to the conclusion today because the guy was homeless, they tend to what they eat, their dogs eat.
Yeah.
And so every time we get food, he's jumping, and I think it's because that's how he got fed before. It was when
They hand him out like, I eat something, you eat it.
Yeah. Or hey,
Maybe. I don't know.
I got 3, you got 3 bites, give me a bite. But so he's got a long way to go for manners. That's what puppy training is for. But so Lucy was a little because he could be like he tries to go to her food or her cookie.
He's gotten better.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
last time.
I told Greg,
Keep in
he was
mind,
like,
he's been here 3 days.
Greg was like,
give
we
the
got
guy
to
a
keep them
break.
apart. And I was like, no.
He's like, I was a street dog before this bitch.
You were like, we got to keep them apart. I was like, they got to figure it out. Like there is a rule. There is a hierarchy. And they won't hurt him. They won't hurt him.
Nope, they won't.
They'll just scare the piss out of him. And
Which
that'll
is
happen
fine.
on my 4. That's the problem. The piss will be scared.
He's only taken one shit in the house that I found.
1 shit, 2 peas.
Shit, 2 pieces.
I ruined it because I said he'd only had 1 accident, and now he's had 1 yesterday and 1 today.
It's probably because Beth just didn't bring him out enough.
Excuse me, who fell asleep?
I was at work. I came home and there was a shit. on the
No,
top of
it
the
was
stairs.
before you left for
And
the
then-
office.
and then-
you liar face.
What do you mean?
It was before you left for the office this morning that you
Because I
found the
stay
poop.
up till 3 o'clock in the morning with this goddamn dog.
No,
swear to
you stayed up
I'm
till
gonna
3 o'clock
rub
in the
your nose in
morning.
it next
Why?
time.
Because you fell asleep on the couch, and I woke you up saying, "Hey, why
Oh, no,
don't
he
you
was
come to
laying
bed?"
next to me.
I know, but you both were asleep on the couch. It's not like you stayed up.
I was literally asleep for like 20 minutes.
Sure, you were.
No, I was.
Sure.
I can tell. You know how I can tell? Conversations like this. I know how long I was asleep because I had to rewind this much, and I remembered where I was at.
The first time you fell asleep.
Yeah, the second time I've
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't like you stayed awake. That's now the funny pun that Greg and I are like. He's like, pay attention to that dog. I'm like, bitch, I am with him 8 hours a day, 5
No,
days
she
a
let
week.
him run across the street today. I almost got hit by a car.
I'm sorry. There was your drama queen much. There wasn't a car in any vicinity.
Could have gotten hit by a car.
And you were there. So you let him run across the street too.
I'm gonna stab you with a pencil.
You
know
hate it
that,
when
no?
I'm right. Woo! I don't
Did you know
drink
there
on
are
Wednesdays.
cocaine sharks in Brazil?
Yes, it was.
Did we talk about this?
No, I watched Shark Week.
No. There's like, there was Florida shark cocaine
It's
sharks.
the same thing.
Is it the same story?
It's not the same story. It's the same thing in
Oh.
a different location.
I was
'cause
like, holy
cocaine
shit.
is taken. When did cocaine? I thought it was popular in the 90s. It's making a comeback apparently, or it just never left. People.
I
Just got
think
quiet
people
about
are
it.
trying to get back to like good cocaine, right? Because I mean, if you're
Cocaine.
into
Isn't
cocaine,
that a
you,
song? Who
you-
sang that song?
fucking what's
The
his name?
Eagles?
Eric Clapton.
Oh, Eric Clapton. Okay.
Cocaine.
Oh, what Eagles? Right? Wasn't he part of the
No,
Eagles?
well, he was for a hot second, and then no,
Why do you know that?
because he didn't want to be part of them.
Sorry,
He was part of Cream.
it's not because of cocaine.
What was that Freudian thing going
No,
on?
it just all of a sudden my nose started like.
What-
I've never
Did-
done. I've
Did
never.
you all get that?
Never
Like,
done.
how fast did that?
I've never done a nasal drug in my life.
Do you have a deviated septum?
Well, I don't think so.
Do you still have that little thing between? Because I
course I
remember back in the day, like people do so much cocaine and it would wear a hole through it.
Seriously?
Yeah. I remember that was the. Good Lord, if you were ever
Let's see, hold
like
on.
were you a dare child?
Yeah.
What was it
High
called?
school,
Drugs
drugs.
against or something against
Something against no.
resist. But Google it real quick. Dare, right? And I swear to God, they used to just like show pictures of people putting like tissues through it because they're like, I did so much cocaine that I can put a fucking paper towel through my nose.
Oh my gosh.
And I swear to God, that was the thing.
Plastic surgery couldn't fix that? Wouldn't your nose fall? Like that's what holds your nose up.
No, I know. Okay, so
That's why some people had to get rods in their noses, right? Like they used to do their plastic surgery, they would put a rod.
What was the
Dare America.
Okay. No. What is
Dare
what
provide
did
children with
DARE
opportunity.
stand for? I
I'm
just can't-
looking.
Drug and alcohol resistance education. That's what it was.
That is way
Drug
too
and
hard.
alcohol resistance education. We used to
You
have.
needed to be like, fuck,
All right,
don't do
I
it.
think we've talked about this probably a couple of years
You
ago.
had posters, but that was mad.
No,
Mothers
that's
Against
Mothers
Drunk
Against Driving. That's fucking, those kicks are retarded. They're fucking
retarded.
No,
They
they're retarded.
They lost children to drunk driving. Don't
Yeah,
say
they're
that.
so retarded. No, because they get as bad as like
PETA.
yeah, they're as bad as that. They're fucking terrible people.
They're not terrible.
And
They're-
not
they're
all of them
just-
have. They're not all of them have had a mother that has had a child that has died from drug driving related incidents. Not saying some of them haven't, but you know what I'm saying. But that dare shit, your dare officer was great. My dare officer got busted for fucking stalking and
Wait.
snooping.
Well, I was thinking about
When-
your driver's ed teacher was also an alcoholic drinking while he was
But mine
because we're
got
driving.
caught well after I graduated and left.
He loves that toy. Okay, so hold on. He got busted for stalking a student?
And snoop, like, what do you call it? Looking in windows.
Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom.
So was he stalking or
Two
peeping
high
Tommy?
school kids. Right?
Peeper.
And he was the high school dare officer. Dare, don't do drugs. Don't do this. And he was drunk as fuck when they
Fangirl
caught him.
said, Dare worked for me until I lived in Hawaii.
Dare worked for me until...
Listen, Dare never
No.
worked. Dare never worked for me. My acronym was DEA. That's what worked for me.
You know what's funny is I I think I'm fairly certain that I went to Dare Camp and we brought drinks.
Well, that's not drugs.
No. It's still drug and alcohol resistance education.
Hold
That's
on.
what it was.
Somebody
Drug and
said-
alcohol resistance education.
No, Dare is not drug and alcohol. That'd be
Dare, drug and alcohol resistance education.
drug abuse resistant education.
Is that what it
is
is?
what
But I think-
MC
is
said,
that what it
and
is?
I trust MC more than I trust.
No,
your
that's
brain.
fine. But I still think it has to do with alcohol because I
That's-
remember them saying very specifically. And then my town on top of that,
Well, it was fucking New
ever
Hampshire.
since there, you know what? They should have kept it going because like 20 people over the past like maybe 6, 7, 10 years
Yeah, the problem is
have
those are,
died from fentanyl overdoses.
that's adults though. The Dare and
They
the
all
Mad.
went through it,
The
God
Dare
damn it.
and the Mad were for the children. It worked at the time, and then they
Back
grew
in the
up.
day, like a while back, maybe like 10 years ago, I know a dude that jumped off the roof of a hotel and killed himself.
Wow, you're full of fun stories lately.
He was one of my brother's best friends.
You're a bright
Drugs,
ass.
Don't do
You're a
drugs.
bright ass ray of sunshine.
You know what?
normally.
Live your
Don't
good
drink and
life.
drive. Seriously.
Save up and buy
Here's
some
what the
good
thing.
whiskey
Don't
every
drink and
once in a
drive,
while.
CB, because it's called fucking Uber.
Yeah.
I don't understand why rich people get DUIs. They have security that
Yeah,
goes
exactly.
out with
And see,
them.
alcohol is a drug. Goddamn right. I agree with that 100%. I'm not saying so, but I thought it was drug and alcohol. It's been, dude, I'm 47 years old. I went to this shit when I was like 14. I remember exactly the building that we were in up in like heading up to,
Nobody cares.
from Hampton to,
Well,
no, I know. No, it's totally fine. No, but the building's even gone now.
Oh,
Like
the
that's
high
how
school
long
building?
ago
They,
it
like,
was. Like
they
the
moved
building's
they
even
moved
gone.
the trailer.
Yeah.
Did your school have trailer? Like our
No,
school
it
grew
was
so much they
it
had
was
to
a
put like
hotel.
they had
The
to put
hotel
trailers,
is gone. It's leveled.
like not trailers, but like basically
it was
temporary classrooms.
It was a nice place. You guys would have
Um,
gone there. You would
what
have
was
stayed
it?
the night. It was like
was
a
a
hotel
hotel?
or something
Oh, I
like
thought
that.
you were talking about.
And we all
school.
stayed there. And like all the kids, it was like a lock-in kind of thing
for Dare.
for Dare.
They did that shit.
Yeah. Oh no. It was a big deal in my house.
You sure it wasn't a youth class, a youth group? Because my church did that. It was called youth.
It wasn't. It was with my high school. I didn't go to church.
Yeah, I know.
No, this was high school,
I think
honey.
it might have been your church.
Fucking could have been my church. I don't think it was.
Let's see. I'm gonna read some boards.
What are you gonna read? Read some boards.
Oh, Cops with my dad. Remember Bad Boys? The original Bad Boys,
Mhm.
not the.
Oh, the TV show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so good.
Was your dad ever on it?
no,
Your brothers?
no,
Why not?
because they usually went to like the hood
Her brother Bert was on Border Patrol, the TV show,
for one.
and he's
for
like,
one-
"Oh, look
one
at."
show. That was such a good show, but then I couldn't watch it because it made me so nervous for my family.
Why?
Because that's what my family was doing in a smaller showcase of it. And then let's see. Hard AF will change your life, is what CB said.
I did go by.
Oh, you have to share that story.
Oh, so I did go by
You single-handedly.
single-handedly.
This is how he started the story with me.
I got a
Thanks to Reed.
thanks to Reed, I got contact with the distributor for San Antonio here. Loaded up my local, which is the second biggest or biggest?
Second biggest, I think
Second
now.
biggest HEB in the state,
Texas.
right? Now we have Hard AF in our community, or in our
Now,
convenience
and-
store, in our grocery store, or
Because that's
whatever.
what I need in my life is Hard AF right around the corner.
I'm still responsible. I bought that one how long ago,
Ever, thank goodness.
and I still haven't even cracked it.
Because it makes you a jackass.
No, it does. Like I can't drink Hard AF on a regular basis. Like I've been saving it. We'll figure it out. I have like one or two here and there.
No, how about just one here and there?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'm really just into the Hard AF for the pina colada game.
I see, and you,
It's
I
a
have
pina
not had
colada
one.
game.
Excuse me, I have not had one that has changed my life. I take a sip of it, I'm like, oh, you can.
No, pina colada game.
No,
is the
you know
way to
what?
go.
That's a lie because I usually man up through the whole drink, but then I'm like, I don't need another
All right,
one for
we've talked
7
enough.
months.
This I feel like we're doing an advertising fucking show. Can we do
Woo!
South Carolina brings back
Oh.
old school death penalties. I think this is important. I think this is how we get us back on track where you talk about like people dying.
Is that supposed to recreate the death of someone?
That's somebody's head getting squished in a vice.
So I don't know. There's probably going to be
two different death penalty.
We know. No, did you read it?
No, you told me that.
So I was looking at this and I was like, I wonder if this will catch on because it's very like
are they hurry up, man? Are they putting them in one of
allow
those,
me to have my moments of thought?
Those cows where they
the horses?
bake them?
No,
were they fucking?
Oh no, that's very
drawn and quartered.
That's very BC-ish.
Yeah. I want to do that. We should definitely do that.
So
like
South
child
Carolina
molesters, throw them in that fucking thing. Okay.
Can I go? Yes. Okay. South Carolina's High Court has ruled, all of a sudden I'm stuffy, has ruled that the state can execute death row inmates by firing squad, lethal injection, or electric chair.
Yes.
So this decision paves the way for the resumption. Resumption. RESUMP.
Resumption.
I said resumption.
Restart.
Of executions after a high. So apparently they haven't done.
What was the only one they had before?
Hold on. Well, they haven't done any in 10 years.
Oh, we need to get those kicked off. Yeah.
Well, all 5 justices agreed with at least part of the ruling to express reservations about the legality of a firing squad as an execution method. I mean, I could see that. It seems a little excessive. Don't you just need one person? You don't need a squad.
No, you do a squad so you never know who the gunman is.
So they can feel guiltless.
Yep.
One justice also voiced concern about the electric chair being a form of cruel and unusual punishment.
Get fucked.
I wouldn't want to get electrocuted. That would suck. A guy just... Okay, anyways, so
why? If you murdered the shit out of somebody, you murdered, death, killed somebody.
I will take the injection. Thank you. I'm a pussy.
Nah.
I'll take the injection. I'm a pussy.
I read something the other day where this dude had lived through like 3 lethal injections. The cocktail didn't work on him. And then he died from the infection in his arm.
I mean, God gave him what he needed to get, so it figured out. But
fuck that. Shoot him in the head.
That's probably very wrong of me to say.
The
G word in there. But anyway, so Justice John Few, who wrote the majority opinion, argued that offering inmates a choice between the 3 execution methods was not intended to inflict pain. Wow, I have a little buzz. But rather to make the death penalty less inhumane. So basically what's going to happen, so the ruling could affect as many as 8 inmates who have exhausted their traditional appeals.
Yep.
That's probably why they haven't had one in a decade, because these guys have been going through the appeal process over and over and over again. However, it remains unclear when executions might resume or whether lawyers for death row inmates can appeal the ruling. The governor praised the court's interpretation of the law. This decision is another step in ensuring that lawful sentences can be duly enforced and the families of loved ones and victims receive the closure and justice they need. They also said how the inmates are going to decide. Do they want injection, execution, or firing squad?
I think it should be like a Rochambeau thing. Or like a dice. Like a 3-sided die.
I mean, or just make a decision. I have a feeling that anybody who's on your story, aside from this, most of them are pussies, and they're going to say, give me the injection.
Yeah, pussies. Like you murdered somebody.
I would be that person.
You even murder somebody.
Well, sometimes I want to murder you, but
that's not the same.
Could happen one day when you push just a little.
I will stab the shit out of you.
Just kidding. I wouldn't.
It's on record. Game. She said.
I would totally
mine
do
is self-defense.
Because. So can I don't know if you know the answer to this, but why would electrocution be inhumane? Do they feel it?
Yeah.
The whole time?
You get electrocuted and your heart
doesn't stop. Like, when does your heart stop? After the jolt?
When your heart stops.
No, when does it stop is what I'm asking.
They threw however many joules through you.
Your heart doesn't stop immediately. It lives through the joules, so then you would feel that.
It's got to shut down your brain, shut down your heart. It's got to... We are electrical.
I know all that. So that's why I was like, I definitely probably wouldn't go that route.
So the more peaceful way is to do drugs.
Yeah.
To take drugs.
Listen,
they should take that shit out of there.
No.
And they should put the hanging back in and say, fuck that.
But the hanging isn't guaranteed to kill you either. It just might break your neck, and then you're on the stake for the rest of it.
No. You hang somebody long enough.
Have you not seen The Mummy?
You hang somebody long enough?
He didn't break his neck. He would have choked to death.
Oh, no, that's make-believe, honey.
It's the mummy. It's real.
No, it's make believe.
It's real.
Like, I don't care how tight you can make your neck.
It
You're
didn't
gonna
make
die.
it tight. It just didn't
You're gonna
break.
die. Right. And they also had like a hook in the back of their shirt. So it doesn't matter. Right? Like shootings, like let's bring
First of
back
all, I feel
shooting
like here's
squad.
the thing: shooting somebody puts the onus on somebody else to feel like they did
Because
this.
even like there's like that's the dude that I was telling you about. Like a little macabre, but
We're kind of dark
like,
tonight.
he goes like he gets two or three different
It's
things,
two different
right?
things usually. I
And
think. I
well,
don't know.
no, like, but he goes through it twice and then has a fucking gets sick.
See, Fangirl said, "Hey, rock paper scissors has made a huge comeback with tortillas." I don't know about execution, but rock paper scissors has made a huge comeback with the tortilla.
How about you just do this? How about this? If it's a child related crime, you just put him into a area,
Okay.
an area within the prison, and those guys get a once a month. I think Dan and Ross have talked about this.
I'm scared
Where
about what
they
you're
get
gonna
a
say.
once a month like murder, death, kill, right? Like,
What do you
hey,
mean?
yeah, no, you just get to this guy's convicted of child crime, and
Not
hey,
all those
have
guys,
fun with 'em.
unfortunately, not all those guys get the death sentence.
if you can confirm that you were the dude that took that motherfucker out, you get a reduced.
you get
sentence.
an MDK.
You get a murder, death,
You get
kill.
an MDK patch.
Yeah.
And the more patches you get, the less of.
Yeah.
No, here's the problem: you're putting psychos back in population of America.
You know what? But they have to. Then we go to another level. You get an MDK.
Maybe you get to go to a
enough.
blue collar prison,
Okay, you get to go to the country club because you've
and
done.
now you're going to murder
4.
over there,
But no, if
and
you
then
do,
you're going to go back.
then you're immediately MDK.
Listen, I think if you're a murderer, you don't get any breaks. Period. No matter if you kill for good.
No,
If you kill
Can't
for
say
good,
that.
if you kill for good afterwards,
why would you say that? What if they're dudes? There is a guy. There's been situations where guys have been in prison. They've had dudes talked about like killing
use your words.
people. I can't because of this.
Okay.
Killing youngsters or something like that, and we're like, well, I just killed him because he told me all this shit. And he's like, so I couldn't do anything about it. I had to do it.
What?
That's the rules. That's the rules in prison. Like, dude starts talking about how he did something. Does that make sense? About how he did something.
He carried out a crime.
Yeah, against somebody young.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Well, I mean,
And then he just said, "Fuck him, I murdered him."
that's
and
not,
then he goes to jail.
It's not wait, was he in prison when he did
He was
this?
already in prison. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's not allowed, but it happens. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
getting
what
at.
I'm saying is, you can't let that person out.
You give him 4 fucking, and then you send him
What
off to an
out of
island.
100 years, you take off 10 and say you only have to be in jail 90.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And he kills. Don't kill, but he finishes off like maybe another 10.
Frightening's on. Hey, my
But if
love.
he got out of like not, say
Wow,
he
that
got
was long.
10 of those fuckers out of there, it saves us tax money, right? In theory,
Who
it
knows?
saves us a lot of tax money. All you need is one of those dudes that are badasses. And they say,
Listen, so instead
so
of
maybe
that,
they MDK'd somebody.
so instead
like,
of that, we should just
With a
incorporate,
DUI.
like you see all those movies where they put them on the island and people can hunt them.
yeah.
Rich people can hunt them. But here's the thing, that's still fucked up because
What was
those
the
are
original one
those
with,
are murderers.
What was
Those
the
are
original
murderers.
with that?
They're just
with
allowed.
that rapper. What was the rapper's name?
Ricky Rock. I don't. Wow, that narrows it down so much that I
No, there
can
was a
make-
movie that was with there was a rapper. God damn it! It was
That like
Ice.
He is. Fangirl. He's just not
the
on
dude
tonight.
that was on the TV show. That's on
Ice
the TV.
T,
Ice-T. He was it him? God damn.
who does now a Bush's or a Cane's
Maybe.
chicken
Anyway,
billboard because he's
But there's a
Ice-T.
way to do this. There's a
No,
way to do
here's the
this.
thing. It's really not because you're allowing the elite to have privileges that shouldn't be allowed to anyone. So it's still
No,
there's
what I'm
no
trying
right
to
way.
do is
There's no right
to-
way to murder somebody other than just having people in the system murder each other out and stay in the system.
That's deep. That's
Only
deep.
because you've had a few beers and whiskey. But
I love you. You know what? Let's switch this shit up, okay? You
Switch
ready?
it.
We need to switch this shit. We got some more stories. We got tons of stories. But I think we should jump into
Shingenga.
how about our feel goods for the night?
Mine is of course doggy related.
Because you know what? Like, it's been dark tonight,
You
but it's
kind
been
of
light because we have a dog somewhere around here.
Oh, he's sleeping. He got tired from
Oh,
all
he's
the
underneath.
playing. Yeah,
Oh, he's, see,
can
I
you not see his
knew.
head?
I can't. I knew that dog was gonna be. Oh my god, he is. I knew.
He's passed the fuck out.
I knew that dog was gonna be a great
Here's the thing.
podcast host.
We've got to the key is
He's gonna be a great podcast co-host.
the key
Let me
is
take a picture of him.
the
real quick.
key is that he has got to stay active until bedtime.
Yeah.
And you suck at that.
What do you mean I suck at that. He's right
Yeah,
here. He's
suck at
right
that.
here. Let me try to see if I can get Beth in this picture.
No, I don't want to be in the picture.
No, it's good.
So Gizmo the dog went missing in Las Vegas in
Cute as
2015.
fuck, dude.
He's been found alive after 9 years.
Gizmo the dog.
Gizmo the dog went missing in Las Vegas in 2015,
Ah,
and he's been found alive after 9 years.
was he in those tunnels under Vegas? Have you ever heard about those
They
things?
don't know.
Have you ever heard about the tunnels under Vegas?
Is it like another thing?
No,
for,
these
the
are like
rich
rat people.
Ew.
No,
It's
these are like
the-
real. This is a real
It's
thing,
not real.
dude.
It's not.
Bullshit.
It's not. Anyways, let me have my feel good. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
So Judith Manazera crumpled onto her kitchen floor and wept when the news arrived in an email that Gizmo, her pet missing for 9 years, had been found alive.
How in the fuck? Damn, that's amazing.
He was
Chip
chipped.
it. Yep.
And it was linked to her email. So they were able to let her know. She was 28 at the time in 2015, living with her parents when Gizmo, who was a 2-year-old, and he's a little baby chihuahua, they always slip the fuck out, slipped past a faulty gate in the backyard of their home in Las Vegas. The decade that followed brought a lot of change. She's now 37, moved into her own home, earned a master's degrees in English, and is a teacher.
That dog's fucking
But she
super
never
smart.
stopped
Holy
trying to
shit.
find Gizmo.
Oh, I thought that was Gizmo.
Yeah, he got his master's
I was like,
degree.
goddamn dog. That's like a fucking
so
teenage
literally
mutant ninja
like
turtle.
an hour after she got the email about Gizmo, she was in her car going to the vet, and she now
Was
found
in
an
the same
11-year-old
town?
dog, found an 11-year-old dog, and had been dropped off at the vet. And when they scanned the microchip, they found her, and that triggered a notification.
That's
email
amazing.
notification.
Yeah.
So within hours of receiving, she was back in her own. Gizmo was in her owner's arms, and the owner called it a miracle. Hindsight is 2020. She said, "I'm so glad I registered his microchip."
Where was the dog at for the 9
Well, because they don't know.
years?
Because the let's see.
That's fucking cool as shit, though. I love.
She
seeing
said
this
she
story.
said it's clear that the 9 years they spent apart had changed Gizmo to the 8-pound Chihuahua had grown a fate of shadows, heights, and birds,
Mm.
and Gizmo now walked with a limp. So he it
He
wasn't
lived
an
a
easy
hard life.
Yeah. He also had
How long
severely
were they
infected
separated
dog
again?
eyes,
I'm
9
sorry.
years. Both of his eyes were severely infected, and several of his teeth were missing. So
Eating
she
rocks
said,
and-
even though he looks different, when I looked in his eyes, this is the part that got me. I immediately knew it was Gizmo. She said, and as soon as I said his name, he tilted his head and didn't stop staring at me. So he recognized her voice.
Voice.
Oof.
You have a picture?
I do.
Let's see it.
Okay. Oh, eat the ugly.
Switch
He's
out
cute.
the end.
I already did. I already gave it back to you.
You know what? I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, God damn it, this is a dog heavy.
Look.
This is a puppy.
Aw.
Puppy heavy episode.
So they are nurturing him back to health. She said they have gotten his eye infection under control. They'll continue to try to figure out the other things. I'm sure now that he's back inside, hopefully some of those shadow terrors. will
9
go away.
years, dude.
But here's the thing: Chihuahuas are pretty freaked out from everything, anyways. But so it's kind of cute. Like,
But what? Don't you wish
so
you
here's
could
the
like
crazy
go
thing:
into that?
Nevada is requiring them, and I closed it, so I don't know the date, but they are requiring all pet owners to have their pets microchipped,
Good.
which is a
Fuck it.
brilliant fucking
Like,
idea.
We'll get this little
Well,
guy.
when he gets fixed, yeah, he'll get
And that-
microchipped.
To be straightforward, like I
The-
got him scanned
checked to make sure
'cause
he
I was
wasn't
like, if
somebody's.
we saved.
It would have
somebody
broken my
else's
heart,
stuff-
but we would have given it
I know.
back.
I literally I didn't think about it, and Dr. Liddell was like, "Hey, do you want to get him scanned?" She goes, "It's up to you." And I was like, "No." Because I was like, "This is somebody
No.
else's
Yeah.
dog. I'll pay for all this shit, and then
get it
I'll
back.
give him back."
Yeah.
It was like I don't mind. Like,
I mean, it would have broken my heart because, like,
But-
literally ridiculous as it is, I am so attached to this dog. It's
But it wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? You do what's right. Like
No.
karma would have come
What
back.
goes around comes around.
Yeah. So
and you always want to be on the right side of right.
Scanned this whole body, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, guess you're coming home with us tonight." So
you already knew that.
yeah,
I
but
think
no,
it was
but
a
I mean,
surprise.
like, it was just one of those things. It's like you gotta set yourself up for 2 seconds of like,
Well, that
holy shit, could be somebody
and the
else's
blood
dog.
work, because my fear was that he was going to have heartworms
Or cancer or
because
some
no,
fuck-
not that, but he was going to have heartworms because he was a homeless person's dog. He was getting bit by mosquitoes. Obviously, he had fleas. So, like, what else is wrong?
So mine is Henry is my feel good. He's assimilating with our
So what
pack.
do you
He's assimilating with our pack.
You sound like what's the people from Star Trek? Resistance is futile. Somebody else say it. It's the Borg. You sound like the Borg.
No,
you will
because like,
assimilate.
we have a
to
pack.
the-
It's like
Well, that's why I call it the latest member. Everything I put is latest member of the Lamontagne pack.
So we've got, a cat, 2 dogs. We've got this monstrosity over here that's crazy as fucking shit. Yes, I'm pointing at you.
Wait, why? Why am I?
Just kidding.
Where? How did I come into that? I am.
You're part of the pack, asshole.
I know.
And I'm the alpha and
he
the
says.
omega. Anyway, he's just doing great. He's right down there. He is mommy's little boy. So that just makes me happy as shit. We were able to save a dog and he'll have a good life.
And hopefully he's a big dog. I want him to be big.
I think he's
I
gonna
want him
be
to be
big. I
big.
think he's gonna be big.
I'm a big dog
We're
girl.
gonna do one of those like 23andMe's for dogs. So
Which is like 100
you know what I mean?
bucks. It's ridiculous.
Fucking who cares?
Ridiculous.
Whatever.
And here's the crazy thing: the vet recommended now, so you can figure out what to feed him and know what their health risks are. And I'm like, well, are you getting a percentage of this? They're not, because they would have prescribed
she's
it
like,
to
you
us
just go out
if they
she's
would
like,
have.
you can go wherever and buy one.
Target, I think
Yeah.
you said Target, Walmart, Walgreens, or online.
Or you just go online and just send it to you. So
I'm gonna go wherever's cheapest.
I don't know. What do we watch? Have we watched anything recently?
Yeah, the UFO show, which has been pretty cool. It's called UFO. Oh, you don't like it?
No, I don't
You're just
remember.
watching-
You have UFOs Unexplained or something shit like that.
Something like that, and it's just people who
Well, what channel is it on?
It's on Discovery. It's people who think they've had
Discovery's where? Is it on
Discovery is a
Amazon?
channel. Well, it's on YouTube TV. It's also its own app. It's also on HBO Max.
So go out there and find that one. That's a pretty fun.
And
one.
it's really cool because they had all these people submit their
Friday
experiences.
meeting? Yeah, it's been fucking. I love, dude. Yeah, this one's special.
So anybody could submit their experiences, and then they would evaluate, and then they interviewed some. They didn't interview some. It's just really cool to kind of see the science behind, because one girl is very mathematical about it and like scientific and like what was in the air and blah blah blah, and the other guy is kind of like, well, based off of blah 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 blah, I feel that you had an experience. I will say
It's
the
cool.
underlying is it may not be an alien, but you definitely saw a UFO, because we don't know what it was.
Allison said, "I just discovered Netflix is too hot to handle. Apparently, I've
What
been
is it?
living under a rock. I don't know." But you know what?
Is it
I
about
want to go
sex?
back
I'll
to
reach it
this
if I'll watch it
one
if it's about
comment that Friday Me said that saving dogs is the best. All 3 of our dogs that we have now are saved
in one way or another.
in
are
one way or
rescued.
another. We had a golden retriever bomber that we
Dad, we're not gonna have a golden retriever
I know.
puppy for forever.
that's okay. That'll be the next round. Whatever. That'll be after Mick passes.
Don't say that out there. in the
Well,
world.
after Mick, like whenever that is, right? But I rescued Mick with Bomber, and Mick
Mick and Bomber met first. We
Mick
made
and
sure they
Bomber.
were compatible.
So Mick was Mickey. He's my little Kelpie. He's gonna be my forever.
We have Aussie
favorite.
dogs. Have you realized that?
He's
We have
an
an Australian Kelpie. We have an
Kelpie.
Australian Shepherd mix.
And I chased that dog all across Phoenix. I thought he was a German Shepherd.
Puppy. You thought he was a puppy.
I thought he was a German Shepherd
he was
puppy.
8 months old.
Yeah.
He was a little
And
smaller
he had a
than he is
broken
now.
foot. And I ended up going to a
Oh.
last resort rescue for this fucking asshole dog that still lives in my house 10 years later, 9 years later.
Ooh.
Right. And he's the most, how do you describe him?
Who?
Aggressive. He's not
He's
aggressive.
an asshole.
He's an asshole, but he's also the
He's
most
grumpy.
loving
He's
dog.
grumpy until he gets
He's
to know
the
you.
dog that like takes a drink of water and walks up to you and licks you on the leg and gives you kisses. Right? It's one of those things.
And then growls at you 5 seconds
yeah,
later
and then
because you
he's
got
like,
too close.
"Oh, you motherfucker!" But he does this, but he doesn't bite you, right? So that's my Mickey, and then Lucy, who's our golden doodle. We adopted her because she and her sister. We adopted her, or we rescued her. I don't know.
I'm trying to answer a question for somebody out there.
We adopted her and
for me.
rescued her and her sister in Phoenix, because her mom, her owner at the time, couldn't afford her, and she had bought them for her like 9-year-olds to have dogs, right? And then realized I can't deal with it, and a house sale fell through, and then Beth and I were like, "Hey, we can take both of them on right now," and she was like, "I need $3,000." We talked her down to $500 a piece, and then we kept Lucy, and
You're
then
babbling now.
and then your sister-in-law.
My nephew's mother.
Your
'cause
nephew's
she's no longer my
well,
sister-in-law.
whatever.
Yeah.
Took the other one, and Jersey is a therapy dog.
Well, she was getting ready to be
well,
a therapy
no,
dog.
Jersey's a therapy dog.
Jersey is a therapy
Like,
dog.
The other one.
Here's the thing that I didn't know that I'm
And
kind of
now
like
we've got
glad
this
that
little
we're
fucker that
not
we just-
therapy dog because you have to bathe them before every time they go anywhere.
Yeah, no. So now we've got this little fucker.
So now he'll just be
So
a piece
you
of
know
joy.
what I mean? It's just
It
an
was neither
addition.
William Shatner or the guy from.
So we try and do things that are right, kind of in the world. I swear to
was
God,
it Dan
like,
Aykroyd
that's
or William
part
Shatner.
of-
It's not the same show.
That's all I'm getting at.
That one is Mysteries Unexplained. This is UFOs Unexplained. I will find out what it is. It's decent. I mean, it's not going to change your life, but it's interesting.
You can, yeah. It's a good show. I think
It was interesting.
it's interesting.
Yeah. To hear some of these people accounts. And here's the thing. There's no bullshit. Like when people thought they saw a UFO and it turned out to be the Elon Musk satellite thing.
Oh, the Starlink. Yeah.
Starlink. They're like, that Starlink. We verified
Like,
it was in the
shit,
area. And
yeah,
they were
that's
like, well, fuck.
So
You
no,
also
let's-
have been watching the Vikings, which I think you already told
I
them.
finished
How
the
is
Vikings.
the HBO Dragon show?
Oh, I just finished the episode of the
You finished the series already? Or the season?
season. I think it just finish?
You said it was good, huh?
Okay. Hang on a second. I need to double check. I think I just fit. Let's bring that up on Friday because I need to double check. I don't want to bring it up in prematurely, and I'm not going to spoiler alert or anything. No, can't do that. It's too important.
You'd be a real big a-hole if you did that.
I think I think this past Sunday was the
I like bulldogs too, Jonathan, but I've heard they're like, you have to wipe their butt when they get old.
You
That's not
know,
my thing.
I mean, it's just like, dude,
William says he always had shepherd mix. He always has his shepherd
just
mix.
do what's right. I think that's what I keep coming
Friday,
back
he
to.
says we have a Kelpie too. What the fuck? The dog
Who says that?
pound said she was a lab shepherd mix, and we got that too.
I thought he
You know
was
what?
a
It
German
was
Shepherd.
the PetSmart groomer that said he's actually a Kelpie. Look him up. He looks exactly like them. And we looked him up and we were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He's mixed with something, so he's a little
I don't
smaller.
know. I think he's a fucking full
But
Kelpie.
he is
He's got the
fucking
dots on
neurotic.
his forearms. He's
Neurotic.
forehead. Yeah, he's fucking.
I also
he's my
like
favorite.
Frenchie bulldogs are really cute.
Our neighbors have some French.
No, they have Boston Terriers.
Oh,
But
They
I've
look
always
the
heard
goddamn
bulldogs like have a lot like
Do you guys want to just have a fucking show and tell about? We can do a whole show and tell show.
How would you make that happen?
I just have you guys all send pictures, and you know what? Now we're just rambling about dogs.
I know,
And
but
that's totally fine. You guys
Gary,
can talk about your
William
dogs
said
all
my
night.
dog is
We can have
also
a call-in
retard.
show about
It's the
dogs,
Doberman in him.
right?
Did you hear what I said?
What's that?
I said, oh fuck, where'd it go? William said my dog is also a retard. It's the Doberman in him. I'm pretty sure they all are
Mickey's
a little bit.
fucking dude. I swear to God, Mickey.
I know Kelpie is Welsh for a water horse.
So my dog Mickey is going blind, and now with this
I mean,
little
is
fucker,
he though? Because he can see a fucking
No,
baby
no.
possum in the
but
dark.
the little fucker when the other fuckers in the locked off in the
He is
bathroom.
Pass the fuck out.
Mickey's trying to like figure out where to go.
Oh,
and
here's the
he's
thing
just
I think is
banging
great
into
though.
shit, and I'm like, dude,
It's sweet because he did get mad at him last night, and that's when he finally went
Mickey
to lay
got mad at
down
him?
at 5:30. But then when I went to go pee, I knew Mick, I could hear him drinking water, and then he was just sitting in the middle of the room because he couldn't figure out how to get back. So I grabbed him by the collar. I was like, come on, buddy. And he was like, grr, grr,
Mick,
grr.
yeah.
The whole time I was leaning back, I was like, you can be a dick,
Mick's
but I'll get
going
you home.
blind at night, but he can see doing well during the day. So
Donut operator also seems to have, there's Kelpies amongst the population, apparently.
Mick's 9 years old. He's gonna be around. He's gonna go blind.
Whom said I'd win that show for $0? I want to know what show. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You love the dogs.
we love the dog. We were talking about,
We've rescued a cat. The cat that we have at our house. That little fucker just showed up last year.
I was laughing because you were
And I was
talking
like, I
about
can't
like
get him I can't
Dan's
let him freeze
comments
to death.
about
Now he's in my
women and
house.
babies, and I was like, I just disagree with everything that came out of that man's mouth.
No.
With what you told me.
No,
Anyway,
no.
shut up. I'm not talking about that. But I was like, I will take dogs in all day,
Yeah.
every day.
That's why we've actually talked about starting a kennel or something.
We need
figure out,
land.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna make a doggy sized, like a dog bone sized
get-
shaped dog pool so they can swim.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Yeah. Anyways, it's a plan for the future and not a plan for right now. So I got time to figure it out. But anyways, I'm starving.
We're starving. Thank you guys for sharing your dogs
We learned
and
to sit
doing
up
all
straight.
those sorts of things. You know what? If you wouldn't mind,
I feel like this group is so amazing, not only because they're amazing people, but they all love dogs.
if you wouldn't mind, do me a favor. If you're listening now or later, send me a DM to the bar is open on Instagram. The bar is open with Beth and Greg on Instagram.
You
And
want
I
pics?
will show your
Pics. Give me
Yeah.
pics.
pictures of your dogs. I'll share them. I'll share mine. We'll share ours and all of that.
And they can send more than one.
Yeah, you can share
Because
all of
I
them.
can tell you, I will have pictures of individual dogs, and then one with,
Yeah, yeah.
I call it, it's still on my screensaver, and people see it every meeting. They're like, oh, that's cute. I'm like, that's a LaMontagne dog pound pile.
Yeah.
Because it's
I will
Bomber, Mick, and
I'll
Lucy
share
and
them
you.
all over the internet. Like if you're cool with it, right? If you want to share them with you, if you have you
And
and them
Jonathan,
or just them.
100%. I like dogs 99% more of the time than I like people.
Yeah. That's how we are too. So, all right, we love you. We will catch you on Friday. We'll be back on this shit.
Friday. We
You
did
know,
puppy.
Today was a little.
Still sleeped out.
I want to call it more.
I have to work out with
melodramatic.
the trainer tomorrow. I might feel like ass. Do I still go?
Yes, I got to go to jujitsu tomorrow.
Well, that's in the evening after you can
It's
get
the
time to
same
get over
goddamn
hangover.
thing. We love you, and we will catch you next time.
Boom,
Cheers. and
same.
we love your dogs.
Bye, guys.
next
Love
time.
you. Have a great rest of the week.
Welcome to the Bars Open with Beth and Greg.